to the program today. WJAY 98.3 FM, 1280 AM. And I'm here this morning with my good buddy Naeem, my good buddy and Facebook antagonist, Naeem McFadden.
What's up?
But morning, Naeem. How you doing today, bro?
Doing all right, man.
A little early in the morning, man. But I know you're a news guy, so you get up early every.
Yeah, I try to.
Even on some cold mornings like this, you have to go out there and do your thing.
Yeah, man. Even turkey giveaway.
Wow. I last night the Mullins Auctioneers, their run ended. Their playoff run is over, and happened on a cold night in St. Stephen, because it really ain't in St. Stephen. It's really in the woods of St. Stephen. But either way, 7-6 final. Hawks go down. What do you think?
It's just, I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, and I know it's tough for the fans. We took that road trip one time for a Mullins basketball game, and it's a pretty far trip.
Oh, you and I took that trip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the forest, man. Because Naeem McFadden called me last night. He said, Mike, I'm out here in the woods. And I said, yeah, well, if you're going to Timberland, bro, you are going to be out there in the woods. And he was screaming and going crazy. I said, yo, just take it easy, hold it in the road, because there's a lot of bends in those roads there. And then you come all the way through, and then you see this oasis in the night, and that will be the high school. But great season for Mullins. Second round, nothing to sneeze at. They're the only other public school in Marion County still playing football, and my hat's off to them.
Yeah, they had so many opportunities. It was a 7-6 final.
7-6 final.
Came down to the last drive.
Right.
So, they really, really fought hard last night.
Well, guys, congratulations, and congratulations to Zay and all the seniors who are moving on. I'm sure they're going to be missed next year greatly. Yeah. Zay has had several offers so far to major colleges, Tennessee, University of South Carolina, East Carolina.
East Carolina's one of them.
Wow. He's got some choices to make.
Yeah, they're going to keep piling up, I think.
What's this talk I'm hearing about him not playing basketball? I don't believe that.
I've heard that he was going to
for real.
I heard he was going to take this season off, focus on baseball.
And he is a baseball player, so I can understand it. And I don't know, but he's going to be missing the basketball side.
He's going to be missed greatly, but he got an investment he wants to protect. Probably, he got to stay healthy, and where his bread is at. Yeah,
because really and truly, when I think about him, and I think about his athleticism and size, and what his upside is, he's got pro upside.
Oh yeah.
And people take this whole pro thing lightly, but when you say a guy's got pro size and the ability to maybe get there, we know that it can be done, okay? Because people right around here have been doing it.
You're right.
I mean, the Leonard kid for down there at Lakeview, he came out of nowhere, to me anyway,
Yeah.
To me anyway. Next thing you know, he's tearing the NFL up right now.
Leading tackler in the NFL.
Unbelievable. But I got some scores from last night and some other things we're going to kick around a little bit, including some basketball stuff, because it's officially basketball season in Marion County right now. But scores from last night. Marlborough County got beat by Myrtle Beach 35-14. It was North Myrtle Beach over Wilson 34-22. And this score with Brooklyn Casey and Hartsville, I checked and it was a halftime score of 28-28. I mean, the final score, Hartsville 68 and Brooklyn Casey 35. Hartsville seemed to be right.
Always.
It's unbelievable. Other scores last night, Dillon Wildcats still rolling, 43-6 over Swansea. You had Ainer bowing out to Hanahan by a score of 34-0. Carvers Bay moved on. They beat Whale Branch 39-25. As we said, Mullins lost to Timberland 7-6 last night. Also, Lamar still rolling. They beat Willis and Elko 46-22. Lakeview Wildgators still rolling, 46-15 over St. John's. Hemingway Tigers got Bethune on the road, 28-6. How about Green Sea Floyd? Who are those guys?
Yeah.
My goodness. Green Sea Floyd's going to the third round of the playoffs. That's almost unheard of.
And doing it, too. 60-something points, 64 points.
64-26 over C.E. Murray last night. we had MacB beating Blackfield Hill to 18-14. And Skeezer action, there's there's two couple state championships today that involve local teams. And that will be PD Academy versus Thomas Sumter. That's at 3:30. And isn't there Florence? Isn't Florence Christian on one of them?
Yes, Florence Christian.
Okay. So those are the scores. Now, tell me a little bit about PD Academy for that, don't I?
PD Academy went to the state finals last year against Dillon Christian, and for the past 3 years, they've been one of the highest scoring teams. Air attack offense, very great offense, and a quarterback that's been tossing 3,000 yards a season.
What's his name?
Jake Lane.
Wait a minute, that name Lane.
Yeah, Jake Lane. This is senior year. Jake's thrown for like 2,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, and these guys don't miss.
So he's good.
Points.
And that's 11-man football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is their chance to win their first 11-man state championship.
But they have won in
8-man.
An 8-man before.
Mid-90s.
Right. Okay. Anyway, looking at the Class A, look at the brackets overall, but first the Class A. In the upstate, we have the next round we have Dixie versus MacB. We have Lamar versus Wagner Sally. In the lower state, we have Green Sea Floyd versus Baptist Hill and Hemingway in Lakeview. That should be interesting.
That's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Now, of course, we all know, or some of us know, that the single A's don't play. They don't have to go through a 5-game gauntlet. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they have a 5-game, but everyone doesn't play 5 games because you have some people with buys.
I think Lakeview had a buy.
Yeah, they had a buy. It's like I'm sitting on my headphones cord here. That's not good. Looking at some 2A action, and let's see, in the upstate, we have Southside Christian, not to be confused with Southside, because I was getting those two a little bit confused, but Southside Christian will host Saluda. Abbeville will host Central of Pageland. Timberland and Barnwell get together, and that should be interesting because those towns are not all that far apart in the same part of the state. You have Bamberg Earhart versus Carvers Bay. This is 3rd round state quarterfinal, and Hartsville with Nate Johnson being in his final season, they're kind of driving toward what they hope is
I'm pretty sure they're the favorites. They're going to get it. Yeah. I'm
a little bit surprised in a way because when I first seen Carvers Bay down to Jamboree, I was like, they got like 3 people on the team. I mean, I don't understand how this team's gonna win. They only had they might have had 20 players that day. But you know what? They're unbeaten. Had not all year.
Right.
And until they do, my hat's off to them and my money's on them. Class 3A, upstate, Chapman, Dillon's, yearly antagonist.
Yeah. They
They moved on. They play Union County. Pendleton got beat by Southside in overtime, 22-20, and they will take on Chester. In the lower state, Dillon will play May River, and Hanahan and Wade Hampton face off in the other part of the lower state bracket. Class 4A, upstate, Ridgeview versus Greer, Daniel versus Wren. In the lower state, Hartsville will host North Augusta, and Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach get together. That should be fun. Yeah, this is one of those times when I was going down to the beach on a regular basis for Thanksgiving, until my kids start getting their own homes and stuff. Now they wouldn't have Thanksgiving at their house. Oh boy! But anyway, we would be down at the beach on a regular basis for Thanksgiving, and my son and I would go see some games out there. Usually that was lower state stuff going on.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking Thanksgiving weekend, that's lower state weekend historically. But now, with all the weather that took place that messed up everything, this thing may go on forever. I mean, we're looking at the 7th of December. December 8th is going to be
bitter cold.
Yeah, and state final. So don't expect me there. 5A. In the upstate, we have T.L. Hanner versus Dorman in one upstate quarterfinal. And semifinal, and Gaffney versus Burns. In the lower state, Dutch Fork versus West Florence. How about West Florence, though? Wow.
They're doing really good.
These cats were trailing at halftime. They were trailing 20-14. And they end up beating Fort Dorchester 27-20. Berkeley and Somerville will face off. Carolina Forest's dream season ended as they were handled by the Green Wave last night, 45-13. So that's the matchup coming up for next week, and it should be interesting. Out of all the games I'd like to see, probably the game with Hartsville.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a very interesting game to see.
Yeah.
But who's driving to Hartsville to see it, right? I mean, that's a nice little ride up there.
I'm interested to see who Dylan matches up with in the future. I like Chester. Chester has a guy that's from Green Sea Floyd that's coaching their team, Victor Floyd.
Right.
And he's played Darryl Page 10 years ago when Darryl Page won his state championship out of Wilson.
Right.
So he might be on his way back.
Well, you know what happened last year? West Florence is a very interesting story. Because a good buddy of mine, Kelvin Wams, who is one of the movers and shakers over there at Florence School District when it comes to coaches and blah, 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 fired the coach last year.
Yeah.
The old coach at West Florence High School. And fired a lot of the staff, too. He said there was a lot of stuff going on over there that they want to change the direction of the program. So they brought in the Genret guy from Ainer.
Jody, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who I was very impressed with all his years at Ainer. Then he tacked on Brian Coughley is on that coaching staff as well. And, he received a lot of backlash, public backlash, some of them turning it into a racial thing. Oh, y'all are racist for getting rid of this coach. He's been there forever. But now here they are, getting ready to go to a quarterfinal, one step away from a lower state. Yeah. I wonder what people are saying now. I bet you don't have all that crowd out there going crazy now because that totally shut them up.
And they're probably enjoying those games.
Yeah. So congratulations to West Florence. I wish Wilson could have moved on, but they have a young team and they should be back next year. I got something here called. Oh, by the way, I got to stop right now. And offer my condolences to Mark Hazelden, one of the long-time writer and sports guy around here. A great guy. You know him personally. Yeah. I know him personally, and he passed away this week. I knew he had been sick for a long time. Last time I seen him was about a year and a half ago. He didn't say much about his illness, but I know that he was stricken with cancer. And wow, am I in a tornado here? Well, okay. Anyway, but I offer my condolences to the family, his passing, and God bless his soul. Palmetto champions. This is something that I got from Lou Bezak up there. Palmetto champions 5A. Upper State back of the year, Alex Meredith of T.L. Hanna. Upper State lineman of the year, Zach Pickens. Lower State back of the year, Alim Ford of West Florence. That kid. Is that the kid they had on the highlights?
The one that's running for thousands of yards.
Oh, my God. That kid's a beast, man. Lower State Lineman of the Year, Josiah Commander of Dutch Fork. Specialist Michael Hayes of West Florence. But West Florence is very well represented here. Upper State Coach of the Year, Bubba Pittman of Rock Hill. Lower State Coach of the Year, Mark Morris of Carolina Forest. In 4A, Upper State Back of the Year, Terrell Jackson of Wren. Upper State Lineman of the Year, Quantavious Cohen of Greer. That's an interesting name. Quantavious Cohen. Okay. Lower State Back of the Year, Tyon Evans of Hartsville. Lower State Lineman of the Year, Kari Collier of North Augusta. Lower State Coach of the Year, Colin Drafts of AC Flora. Class 3A Upper State Back of the Year is Jalon Calhoun of Southside. Upper State Lineman of the Year, Wyatt Tonal of Chester. Lower State Back of the Year, Shamar McCollum of Dillon. Lower State Lineman of the Year, Darius Bell of Gilbert. specialist, Owen Wilson of Broome. Upper State Coach of the Year, Victor Floyd of Chester. Lower State Coach of the Year, Rodney Summers of May River. Upper State Back of the Year in 2A is Courtney Jackson of Abbeville. Upper State Lineman of the Year, Nate Temples of Abbeville. Lower State Back of the Year, Janaz Sumter of Carvers Bay. Lower State Lineman of the Year, Dalmont Gerdine of Garrett Academy. Specialist, Cameron Prophet of Hannah Pamplico. Upper State Coach of the Year, Jason Farmer of Landrum. Lower State Coach of the Year, John Williams. Congratulations, John. Upper State Back of the Year, Kayshawn Tony of Wilson Elko. Upper State Lineman of the Year, Jordan Green of Lamar. So that's basically to get to the John Williams name.
Yeah,
so I had to read through all of this to get there. I should have just highlighted it and moved on, but no. So that's the Palmetto. What do we call this again, man? The Palmetto what? Palmetto Champions team. That might be something new.
I think it is.
Well, it's not bad. Well, you know what came out this week, folks? What came out this week is the preseason basketball polls. South Carolina preseason basketball polls are out. And let's see what we have here. I know that Creek Bridge is ranked.
That's dope.
Creek Bridge is ranked. Looking at the girls, first, the elite girls, and then I don't know what that is. You know what the elite girls are. You into all this elite thing. Yeah. He loves that elite stuff. Elite girls, Unique Drake of Westwood, Naya Leveretta of Westwood and Hamilton, Leroy of Seneca, Taylor Lewis of Spring Valley, Loyal McQueen of Wilson, Danae McNeil of Swansea, Khadijah Moore of Emerald, Shayla Nelson of Goose Creek, and Janelle Sendad of Mullins. Go ahead, girl. So she's a senior this year, right?
Yep.
Okay. Looking at the 5A, this is the rankings. 5A girls top ranked is Spring Valley, followed by Goose Creek, Dorman, Wade Hampton, Sumter, Fort Dorchester, Burns is 7, T.L. Hanna is 9, Woodmont is 10, and Clover is 10, Woodmont is 9. Anyway, looking at the top seniors in 5A, Olivia Thompson of Lexington. I don't know what XAN is. What is that name? XAN? What is that? Anyway, Xan Rowland of Woodmont, Jasmine Stanley of Goose Creek, Ashley Williamson of Spring Valley, and Kiara Kane of Sumter. 4A, North Augusta is top ranked, followed by Westwood. Wilson is number 3. South Point is 4. Myrtle Beach is 6. No, Myrtle Beach is 5. Lower Richland is 6. Number 7 is Wren. Number 8 is Orangeburg Wilkinson. Number 9 is Greenville. And Darlington girls, I remember them being pretty good last year. They are the 10th ranked team preseason. Going down to Class 3A, number 1 is Newberry, followed by Ridgeland Hardyville, Swansea, Seneca, Bishop England, surprising, Pendleton, Dillon, Emerald, Battery Creek, and Strom Thurmond rounds out the top 10. Class 2A, Mullins girls, preseason top ranked, followed by Christchurch, Woodland, Landrum, Baseburg, Leesville, Burke, Saluda, Lee Central, Andrew Jackson, and Barnwell is number 10. Looking at Class A, Scotts Branch is top ranked, followed by, I got a little friend over there at Timminsville. It's a little commander girl. She's special. They are ranked number 2 behind Scotts Branch. And then McCormick, High Point Academy, Lakeview girls, you better pay attention to.
You're right.
Okay? We need to stop the presses here. Lakeview girls are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I seen them last year at Creek Bridge. They are loaded, okay, with skilled players at almost every position. They're gonna be something to deal with this year. Well, they're ranked number 5 preseason. I don't know that I've ever read where Lakeview girls were a Lakeview team preseason, really? But they're right there at number 5, followed by Blackville Hilda, Estill, usual pretenders, look at Green Sea Floyd's girls up there. Lamar is 9, and Ridge Spring Monetta. Wow. Boy, that's something to think about right there. Okay, looking at 5A. These are these? Yeah, these are boys. Dormant is ranked number 1, followed by Nations Ford, Blythewood, Sumter, Westwood, Berkeley, Riverside, Rock Hill, River Bluff, and then Irmo is ranked number 10. 4A, Ridgeview, ranked number 1, followed by the Wilson Tigers, number 2. Westwood is number 3. Then you have Lakewood, Travelers Rest, Greenville, Hartsville, AC Flora, Darlington, Darlington boys and girls in the top 10. Ain't that something? And Wren is ranked number 10. Class 3A, Ridgeland Hardyville is 1, followed by Southside, Keenan, Chester, Wade Hampton, Newberry, Manning, Bishop England, Union County, and Edisto. 2A, Gray Collegiate. Gray Collegiate. People don't like Gray Collegiate being all up in this stuff like this.
Nah.
I mean, we got, of course, the Gray Collegiate coach is, got a local connection here, Mark Gerald's nephew, and we love him to death. But I think people are a little bit taken aback by Gray Collegiate and all their recruiting practices and all their big-time talent from around the world taking up space in the South Carolina High School League polls. But anyway, they're number 1. Carvers Bay, the team that they lost to, the team that lost to them last year, is back at number 2, followed by Christchurch, Greenville, Tech, Lee Central, Silver Bluff, Oceanside, there's another one, Oceanside Collegiate, Louisville, North Charleston, and Calhoun County. Class A, Hemingway Tigers, top ranked, followed by Great Falls, High Point Academy, Ridge Spring Monetta, Hunter Kennard Tyler, Wilson Elko, Bethune Bowman, Creek Bridge Warriors, baby, coming in at number 8.
That's big.
Now, I spoke with the coach yesterday for a minute, and he was saying that after that ranking came out, he had the worst practice he's ever had down there. I was like, hold up, coach. He said, yeah, man. He said, it was terrible. He said they went to North Carolina the other night to play in a scrimmage, and they started out terrible, but they ended up pretty good. From what I understand, they won that scrimmage. Low Country leadership comes after Creek Bridge at 9. Timmonsville boys are number 10. And that's it. That's it. Well, here we are with I'm looking at the list of teams that are still in it in football here, and it's the usual pretenders. Okay, not pretenders, but contenders. Dillon Wildcats, Lakeview Wildgators, Carvers Bay, Lamar, Hartsville, Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach is not usually in this conversation, but here they are. Green Sea really has got me excited. And then Hemingway Tigers, teams that are always kind of hanging around and looking to do some things. So let's talk about the NBA for a minute. I know that you looked to my Warriors had a rough time the other night. They got beat up the other night. But you know what? I thought about that for a second. Last year, Thanksgiving Eve, Oklahoma City, they got crushed. Sometime before that, down in Utah against the Jazz, got crushed. They're going to get crushed 2 or 3 times a year, no matter if they're healthy or not. So the other night, they got run over by a truck, and that was not a pretty sight. It caused me a lot of consternation, and I've been getting ripped in the group like crazy. Some by this guy over here, but it's okay. And then you got some other teams who are making moves. Your team made a move. Your 76ers. How do you feel about things so far?
Jimmy Butler had 28 last night in his home debut. They haven't lost at home yet, so I think it's going to fit in. You need a guy that's going to score, and he's going to do that.
How about the other baggage that he brings to the table, though?
That is a concern.
Is it really? Are you concerned with that?
Of course, man. I like it. I like the Timberwolves, and I thought that was a good opportunity for him to make the Timberwolves better. But it just didn't work out between him and Cat, and it didn't really work out for Wiggins' game. Since he's been gone, Wiggins has dropped 23 back-to-back games.
And that's your guy.
Yeah.
I like Wiggins too. I've always liked him. But Cat seems to be a different player now. I mean, he was very, very tentative in what he was doing out there on the floor with Jimmy Butler around. I guess he felt like he was under the microscope or something like that.
It's weird. He was camping out from 3-pointer. You know, Jimmy Butler's a guy that's going to dribble the clock out. He's like LeBron. He needs the ball in his hands, and he's going to dribble before he makes a move to score.
You know, two guys that y'all lost last year, I didn't know that they would have this big an impact on you, but they have. That Ilyasova guy is another one, too.
Ilyasova and Bellinelli, Marco Bellinelli.
Why y'all got rid of those guys?
Hey, they thought they were going to get somebody like Kawhi Leonard or LeBron James.
Ilyasova, how you pronounce that?
Ilyasova.
That guy could play.
Yeah, he can.
And you can't leave him open, and you can't leave Bellinelli open.
Nah.
And Bellinelli is an old isn't he one of those old San Antonio Spurs assassins?
He went right back to San Antonio.
That's where he went now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, other teams who are doing well, the Milwaukee Bucks look pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to see them last night, and I think the thing that surprises me most on this team is the kid from
Chris Middleton. Yeah.
I didn't know he was from South Carolina.
Yeah, Portugal. That's a independent school. It's a private school.
Is that one of those Skeezer schools?
Yeah.
That kid can play, man.
He's a big dude. Too.
How did he fall? How did he go under the radar? How do we not know that this guy was a Charleston guy?
I have no idea.
He right now, he is making a big difference on that team.
He might be an all-star. You're right.
Because his ball handling ability, his 3-point shooting. This guy is 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah,
I'm really impressed with that. Of course, the Greek Freak looks good, but Bledsoe, who is this guy? I mean, Bledsoe has never been the player that he is now. I mean, people thought he was going to be special, but he never was. Now, you see the guns on that guy, man?
Oh, he's built like a running back.
Oh, my goodness. This kid's a beast, man. All Toronto and Boston hooked up last night, and I wasn't watching it at the time. I was busy following high school scores. But then when I finally got wind of it and I turned to it, it was a heck of a finish for the Boston Celtics last night, and against the Toronto. That was a heck of a game.
Toronto was trying to close it out, and somehow the Celtics got it in overtime.
They were up 102-97 with just not a lot of time left, maybe a couple of minutes or so. Mm-hmm. But when Kyrie's got that look on his face that he had last night, he's unstoppable. Yeah. I'm telling you. And he went into his bag of tricks, man, a couple of times on a few drives down there. And it seems like his teammates followed suit. Jason Tatum, picked up off of that a little bit.
He came with a nice throwdown in the closing seconds.
Unbelievable. So the Celtics look good. Toronto looks good. Philly looks good. The Warriors look terrible.
Well, your boy hurt. Once your boy get back, that's when you got to get your shots in when he's sitting down. What's
amazing is what a different team they are when he's not on the floor. Yeah. I think people are really starting to see that now. And of course, last week, KD and Draymond got into it, and they slapped Draymond on the wrist. I think Draymond took it personal. I think it hurt his feelings. I don't know if when he's going to return to being the player that they need him to be, because he looked out of whack the other night, big time.
Yeah, coming back and having to answer all those questions about what happened, I know that's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got the feeling like he's unloved by the Warriors, or at least not as loved by KD, as loved as KD.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can get it together. They are my boys. I know people hate to hear me say that, and I get a lot of flack from cats who don't want me to like the Warriors, but I keep telling you, all I care about is someone to beat LeBron. All I care about is someone to beat LeBron. I don't care who it is. It could be the Russians. It could be the Scandinavians. As long as you beat LeBron, you're my team. Anyway, that's all I got now. Anything final for you, Naeem?
Nothing much, man. Just check out some high school basketball that's on the way. I think we got the Thanksgiving Jamboree, and then the week after, we got Mullins and Marion, Mullins and Creek Ridge.
I just Mullins and Marion meeting this soon. I kind of got a problem with that.
I feel you.
I don't need Mullins and Marion meeting the first week of the season. I need them to play middle of the month or something like that. How about around Christmas time when everybody's home? But no.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Anyway, that's all I got for now, folks. Be back next week with more. This is WJY, and this is 98.3 FM WJY, 1280 AM. Join us next week again. I'm out. WJA.
FM, we got FM station now.
Yeah, 93.
Yeah, FM is a big driver now.